Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Happy Sunday. My favorite day of the week. I love Sundays to just relax. And as I say at the end of the vlog, get relaxed, rejuvenated, refreshed, and renewed for the week ahead. So happy Sunday. We just got back from brunch about 20 minutes ago. We were checking in on Boo Radley. He is sleeping heavily. It was real cute where he's sleeping. So he's sleeping on the landing. But he has his head, so we have this, buffet table, at the top of our landing, and then on the, this area, there's drawers, and that's where we keep our sunglasses and stuff, and then on the bottom of it, there's, this, metal rack, and so, 2 inches from the bottom, or from the floor, and we have, what do you call it, a woven basket down there. We've got some stuff that we keep in there and whatever, and then, in the middle of it, there's drawers and stuff, and then on the other side, Boo Radley has his little head there, and I was and Alex sat down with him, and I was sitting down there, and I was like, why do you think he has his head right there? I said, do you think it's because it's real cool feeling on him? So we were just petting him. So I went to the other side, and I took these pictures. You probably can't even see. That was so funny. Those women were walking down the street when we were coming back from brunch. You can't even see probably his little head. I took these pictures. Oh yeah, you can. You can see his little head peeking through. Can you see it? Hold on a second. Here's his little head. You can't really see with the light, but it's peeking through the other side. He's so sweet. He's having a good day today. He's very, very tired. Last night, just the Boo Radley update real quick, he would sleep for an hour, and then he would wake up for an hour, and then he would sleep for an hour, and then he would wake up for an hour and a half, and that was all night long. Alex went to bed really early last night. Alex went to bed, I think about 10:45 or something, and I laid in bed for a little bit. Boo Radley, from about 11 to 11:30, he lay down, and then he got up, and so I got up and took him outside, got him some more food. He's eating like crazy. All kinds of food. I mean, we have 3 different kinds of food on the floor, and he's eating it all up. Oh, by the way, somebody, and I'm gonna get to some comments here in a little bit, but somebody said that there are plates that you can get, or plastic plates or something, that have suction cups on the bottom of it, which is a fantastic idea. Thank you. I feel I knew that, but I wasn't thinking of it. So thank you for that recommendation. Because I'm gonna order some of those from Amazon today. So yeah, so that was kind of all last night. I actually I charted every moment of it. I kept details up, because I will say one thing, it's really helpful to me, keeping records of each day, or just records, but keeping notes of each day. Then I can compare it to where we were the day before. And so one of the things that's been really helpful is that as we're noticing small things, comparing it to where we were before the seizures. So we're now going, hold on a second, let me get into his notes in here. Oh my god, so many notes. Okay, the one from last night is very, very long. So Wednesday night was the last night of seizures, and then so we've gone Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so we've gone 3 nights with no seizures, thank God. And last night, okay, yesterday I gave him his meds around 6 o'clock in the morning. He went back to sleep right away after I gave him his meds, and then gave him his meds at 2 o'clock, and then he walked and he rested a little bit off and on. And he seemed okay most of the day. There was a real return to him yesterday. I think I may have talked about this in the vlog, but before, we kind of go back and forth between not knowing if he's can't hear us as well, maybe he's going deaf a little bit, because or maybe it's just he's always kind of just not paid attention, when you call his name, he doesn't come and stuff like that. But yesterday, I noticed that when I would say, Boo Radley, you want to go, I always say to him, potty outside, you want to go potty outside? He'd perk up, and he'd come right over to the door. He still kind of misses the door a little bit. We think his eye is getting a little bit better. It looks like it's clearing up. So, but he still kind of misses the door a little bit. He kind of goes past the door a little bit, but then he stops. But before, he wasn't, hey, how are you? Before he wasn't, he was just walking, and then he if you said do you want to go outside, do you want to go upstairs, he would. Now he's back to that again, that's really good. So yesterday that was kind of took him out a lot. He would rest for a little bit. It almost kind of seems like he's very nervous when he sits down. I charted all of this last night. He ran after a dog outside. I think I talked about that in my vlog yesterday. Then he fell asleep upstairs from 5:45 to 6:15, and then he got up and he walked for like 2 hours. And then, was this last night? Oh yeah, like 2 hours, because she said that we can give him a little bit more gabapentin in between if he's like having a hard time relaxing. She'd also said at the first appointment that we went, or when we went in there and saw him and she put him on the Keppra, she said, if you want me to like also combine a like anti-anxiety medication for him, she's like, that's something that we can do too, to kind of counter affect some of the pacing and stuff like that. And at that time, it wasn't really like a pretty regular thing. And so we were like, well, let's just kind of like keep, she's like, yeah, she's like, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't for dogs, you know. And so at like 8 o'clock, I gave him a little bit, 0.25 of the gabapentin, and then he laid down at 8:50, but then we have to wake him up at 10 o'clock to give him his meds. So we woke him at 10 o'clock, and then from 10 until, I mean, this was like back and forth. So he slept until like 10, until like 12:15, then he woke up at, no. Gave him his meds, and then he was up, and that was when we went upstairs, and Alex went to bed about 10:45. And then I think he laid down, I can't remember, but anyway, because it says on here, like, I skipped all of that, because I put paste, and then, like, a slash mark, and then I took him out at 12:15, so I must have got up later than I thought I did, came inside, he ate again, was walking again, fell asleep about 2 a.m., woke up at 4:20 a.m., took him out again, I put on here, like, everything that he potties and everything like that, went back upstairs, and went right back to sleep, woke up at 5:45, and that was like 15 minutes before his medication. So I brought him outside, he walked around a little bit, he peed and stuff like that, and then I gave him his medication at 6 o'clock. He probably like walked upstairs in the bedroom for like 20 minutes, and then he laid down. I was actually watching him when he was like laying around so we've got like beds on either side, and then we have like this huge blankets, and then on the landing we have huge blankets and stuff like that. So he like walked over, he kept on like walking. It's all these blankets that I have. I have like the 2 Costco blankets, and then I have like this, I think somebody sent it to us. It's like this really soft, what's that candle? Scentsy or something like that. It's like this really soft, like beige blanket, and it's over it. And so it's like this big, like plush, like pile of blankets, and he circles in it, and then he finally lays down. So we went to bed about, I think it was about 6:20, 6:30 last night. But anyway, so that was last night with Boo Radley. Today he's doing good. Alex went to bed early. Alex got up. He said he slept till about 11. I said, you slept 12 hours. He was like, I must have needed it. I'm exhausted. So he slept until about 11. And when he got up, he said Boo Radley like woke up right after him. So Alex was like, I'm going to take him outside for a long time today. I'm going to take him on a walk and stuff like that. A couple people have mentioned taking Boo Radley on a walk. Here's the thing with Boo Radley, okay? And I've actually talked about this in quite a few videos in the past. Boo and Tucker were have never been good, like, leash walkers. They don't really get it. They don't really understand it. And so, even today, like, taking, you know, Boo Radley to, like, the vet and stuff like that on a leash, like, he doesn't really understand the leash concept. And so if you try to, like, lead him somewhere or whatever, he's 15 years old. I'm not going to try to, like, you know, whatever, teach the dog how to walk on a leash today. I totally agree with you that it would be great to take him on walks. He doesn't really understand it. He just kind of stops. Tucker used to do the same thing. He'd just stop. Like, if we got past a certain area that he didn't really know, he'd just kind of stop and look at you, like, what are we doing? Now, he just kind of, like, will walk wherever you are. So Alex today did take him on a walk around the neighborhood. They walked for, like, 45 minutes. He was like, I'm hoping that maybe it'll, like, tire him out a little bit. So he comes back, and Alex goes, it didn't tire him out at all. And I told him, I said, I sat with him for a while last night. Because it's weird, because it's like getting better each day, but like he'll sit down, like if you sit with him, like he'll sit down and he seems calm, but like you can, like if you're holding like if you have your hand over him, you can almost like feel he's ready to get up and start walking again. There's like an anxiousness about him. So I'm gonna call the vet tomorrow and see if she like, because I was reading online last night, I know, but I was like just reading and like the Keppra, because I just wanted to see about the Keppra side effect because she had mentioned it too, and so I was reading other people's experiences about it and whatever, and a lot of people had experienced that the 2 like side effects of Keppra in dogs is either like restlessness and anxiety or total sleepiness. Well, that's not him. So I'm going to call her tomorrow, and I'm going to see how she feels about adding, like, an anti-anxiety medication, because she had mentioned that originally. Alex and I talked about it today. He's, like, fine with it. I'm fine with it. Because he seems like every day is getting a little bit better. Like, he's getting back to normal. And so if we could reduce that anxiety a little bit, I think it would help him. And that kind of existed, the pacing and stuff and the walking around existed before that. So, because she said, she was like, if we're also looking at, like, parts of, like, dog dementia and stuff, which she wasn't, 100% sure about that. But she's like, if that is something that we're dealing with, she was like, that is something that will help, So, it's interesting, like, every time I talk to people that I know in my real life about, like, Boo Radley and what's going on with him, people immediately say, oh my god, it reminds me of my mom, or reminds me of my dad that had dementia, like, when they would, like, the sundowners, like, when they would walk at night and stuff like that. So I feel like, and that started before the seizure, so I'm going to talk to her tomorrow about that. But yesterday was a good day, and last night was a good night, and I think today he's just really tired because he didn't get tons of sleep yesterday, So Alex walked him out, and then we're going to keep him outside. Every time he wakes up, we're going to take him outside today and just let the little guy get real tired today, He's eating like crazy. Like, he put food down, and he just is, like, eating it like crazy. It's not making such a mess now that we got the rubber plate down. So that's where we're at with Boo Radley. It's interesting looking back over the last couple of days, like, I was, like, 100% sure that, like, this was, like, Friday, we were going to have to put him down, or that this was going to be our last weekend with him, and we were going to have to make a decision on Monday. I got this fountain pop, and I have not even had one sip of it yet. I know that was a random transition, but I said to Alex on the way home, I said, can you please stop at the gas station so I can get at the fountain pop? He was like, yeah, babe, no problem. So he stopped at the gas station. I was like, do you want one? He usually, if I get one, he'll say, yeah, I want a Coke, but I think he's laying down upstairs because he's like, I think I'm going to take a nap for a little bit. And so I went in there, and I saw my lady at the gas. She's like, I haven't seen you in forever. I was like, I know, I haven't left the house since Wednesday. So I got a fountain pop, and then I got a new candy bar that just came out. I think it just came out to review for my review channel. And then I got 2 bags of chips that I think they're newer to review on my review channel. It was just nice. I told Alex, I said, I might have to have you a couple days a week, just like take me up to get like a fountain pop or a bottle of water or something, just drive me around for like a half an hour. He's like, babe, I'm more than willing to do that anytime that you want. I was like, it's just kind of nice to get out and listen to some music in a car and stuff like that, So, anyway, I still haven't had a sip of this fountain pop. Hold on. It's Diet Dr. Pepper with just a little bit of Dr. Pepper in it. It tastes so delicious. I learned that from Tanya Jane. When I know this is the comment that will get a lot of comments on it. People will be like, oh, this is how I make my fountain pop, or this is how I make my fountain pop. So this is a fountain pop. See, put your ice in here. I got it at Thornton's. Thornton's only has crushed ice. Well, I don't know. That Thornton's only has crushed ice. And so the crushed ice is like the real small ice. And then you put it underneath the fountain, and then you push the button, and then the fountain pours in the Coke. And that's why it's called a fountain pop. Okay? And there was this woman next to me. She was so sweet. She's probably 10 or 15 years older than me. And she was getting 2 of them. And we were talking. I was like, oh my god, I like love a fountain pop. And she's like, I know, it's just not the same as a bottle or a can. I go, I kind of switched to cans for a long time. And I said, and then I started thinking about, if I was watching this reality show, I will talk to a total stranger. I will. And then she was like, what was the reality show? And I was like, The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and they drink these fountain pops all the time in there. See, it's like nothing to say to somebody in a gas station, fountain pop. They know exactly what you're talking about. And she was like, I haven't watched that yet. She's like, but I heard good things about it. And I was like, yeah, but ever since then, they go to this place called Swig in there. And I said, I've been wanting, like, fountain pops like crazy ever since watching that show. She was like, every Sunday, she's like, my husband and I, we always drive out and get fountain pops. She's like, so I'm getting his. And she goes, oh, she's like, damn it. And she was like, I got him Mountain Dew. He can't have Mountain Dew. He has to have Diet Mountain Dew or whatever. And they didn't have Diet Mountain Dew. So she was telling me, like, what she was going through to, like, figure out what he could have or whatever. And she was telling me about all his medical issues. That was my social interaction for the day at the gas station, y'all. So anyway, I do feel like I'm a bit delirious after the last month. But, you know, I really thought after Wednesday and Thursday that we were either going to have to, like, put Boo Radley down on Friday, or we were going to, like, through the weekend was just going to get progressively worse. I really thought that. And I thought that, you know, there'd be more seizures, or I just really thought he'd be really lethargic all weekend long, and he just really wouldn't walk or do anything at all. And then by, like, tonight, we would be like, okay, this is our last night with. I really thought that in my head. And to be sitting where we're at now with hope, and even like 2 plans down the road, you know, it's so interesting because I was talking about the med changes the other day and how many people you reach out. So many people have DM'd me, and so many of you have left comments. I just want to say I really appreciate your comments and how vulnerable you guys are to share stuff. And so many of you left comments and reached out to me, or reached out to me and didn't leave a comment, but so many of you have reached out to me and shared personal stories about having seen your dogs and what you went through, and similar stories to Boo Radley and med changes and, you know, things to look for. You guys have given me a lot of like hints of things to look for. And I mean, somebody even reached out to me last night. It was crazy because I was like thinking about this already with Boo. And she was like, our dog was 15 years old when it started having medical complications, completely different medical complications. But she was like, and so, you know, our vet recommended adding a anti-anxiety medication. And she was like, it totally helped. She even told me what the name was and everything, so I'm going to run it by my vet tomorrow. But she was really, really helpful. Other people have told me about, like, their dogs having cancer and things like that and what they went through. And honestly, so many people have shared that their pets have passed away just recently. And I just want to say, I'm so sorry. You know, going through this, I think it makes it all very, very real for you. And to go through that and then on my video, share that to comfort me. Like when you're going through that, it just means a lot to me. I really, really appreciate it. I don't think you guys have any idea how much all your support has really meant to me. You know, my prayers and my meditations every night, I always say like what I'm grateful for, and like I always end with like stuff to do with YouTube and whatever, because I feel very grateful for being able to have this opportunity on YouTube and call it a job, and you know, it doesn't feel like a job, you know, and whatever. And I always say and think, you know, I'm so, you know, thank you God for all the love and support that I get from people watching my videos. I mean, it's unbelievable. And I feel like you guys have kind of like walked me through this a little bit, you know. And even if you haven't experienced it, I think just saying like, hey, I'm praying for you and Alex and Boo to have a good weekend and get some rest this weekend, it just means a lot to me, you know. I really appreciate it. So anyway, I know this is going to sound crazy too, but I also feel like I needed this weekend to, like, Alex and I to like have like a lot of really good conversations about it. For me to spend some time with Boo and like come to terms. Like somebody was talking about anticipatory grief, which is something we don't ever talk about, you know. And then anticipatory grief is like where you know something's going to happen, and so you're grieving before it basically happens. And I think that's where I was. I'm probably still in that a little bit, you know. And so, and they even said in the comment, they were like, this is, maybe it wasn't on this video, maybe it was on a Peterism's video or something, but they said, you know, we don't even talk enough about this in society, and they were 100% right. We don't, you know. And it's basically where you can go through the stages of grief before the event has even happened, or you're not necessarily the stages of grief, but where you're reacting to it and going through things that, you know, you're already feeling the loss, or already feeling the sadness, or already reliving the memories and things like that before you even, the event hasn't even happened. It's almost like you're preparing yourself for it. Well, I don't know what happened this weekend, but I feel like now I feel more prepared. Okay, so Boo Radley was doing really great, right? And then it was his 15th birthday, and I was really excited because I was like, he's running around, he's like, you know, the old dog, blah, 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 whatever. And, you know, he's hopping on the bed, and, you know, he's just like, he's 3 years old again, he's got the zoomies, all this kind of stuff. And then he turned 15 and everything changed. And I really believe in retrospect that something happened that night. I really do. I think he had a stroke or something happened in his sleep, and we just weren't aware of it. I mean, it was literally night to day, his behavior. And then ever since then, we've been kind of dealing with what's been going on and trying to figure it out, and then he had the seizures introduced to that. I feel like it's probably 3 or 4 different things that we're dealing with. Old age being one of those. And so it was like all this stuff coming at me, and I didn't really know what to do with it. Because I'm trying to make sense of it, and I'm trying to, like, you know, we're both trying to heal our dog at the same time. We're trying to be supportive of each other. Alex has to work. I'm trying to make videos, trying to keep the house clean, do laundry. You know, it's like all of that at the same time. You guys know. You live it, right? And it's not like I have that much stuff to do anyway. I mean, some of you out there have like parents and kids to take care of and, you know, 2 jobs and whatever. It's like I have a pretty blessed life to be able to deal with all this. But I don't know that I had really come to terms because he was doing so well with that, like, this might be the end of Boo Radley's life, you know? Like, with Pee-Pee, there was, like, a year and a half, you know? Alex and I were talking about this the other day. Tucker, there really wasn't. I mean, Tucker, I don't even think I grieved until after it happened, because it just was all such a shock. Like, it literally happened over 3 or 4 days. Like, he started declining, and then it was, like, that day. Like, I mean, it was out of the blue, you know? I mean, like, 3 or 4 days before that, we had taken him in for testing. We were waiting for the results and stuff like that. And then it was, like, that Tuesday night I came home from my meeting. And, you know, Alex had texted me, like, you know, called a bunch of times while I was in the meeting. It was bad. It was sudden. So I don't know that I've really, like, taken enough time to be, like... I don't know that I've really ever since then been, like... I think I've talked about it. I don't know that I've really accepted it. And I've really stepped into the fact that there is going to be a moment when I have to say goodbye to Boo Radley. And I've cried a lot of tears over this weekend. And I think I've come to terms with that there's going to be a moment where he's not here anymore, you know? And that we're going to have to make those difficult decisions and sit down and, you know, with our vet, and that's going to be it. And so, and even though that makes me very, very sad, and I'm going to miss him like crazy, I'm also prepared to do that when the time... I think this weekend gave me that. I think Alex and I having a good gauge of what good quality of life looks like versus what poor quality of life looks like, and us being on the same page, and being specifically like, these are the things that we want to see for good quality of life if he gets there. These are the things that, for us, if they return or if they continue, or poor... I mean, we needed to have those conversations. I feel like I have measure that I'm looking at. We have hope. We have a plan for the meds. But I'm also, I think this weekend what it gave me was, I'm not living in this disillusion that the dog's going to live to be 100. And I'm not saying that I was, but I think that I'm more prepared now that, of course, I'll be devastated when that time comes. We both will be, you know? It was interesting because one of our... So the neighbors that walk, that I say it's our favorite neighbors. So they have ties to restaurants and stuff here in town. So they know a lot of the people that are friends that work at Pat a Shoe. And so our one friend that's a server in there, she started texting us about Boo a couple days ago. And I was like, how does she even know? Well, in the text she said that she was in Pat a Shoe eating brunch, the wife, whose husband has plantar fasciitis, or however you pronounce that. And I don't need corrections on it. I don't care. Okay, I'm just going to tell you. Everybody gave me corrections today. I can look it up. That's not the point of the story right now. So, but she was in there, and she said, so our friend was like, oh, like, you miss, you know, Peter and Alex. They, you know, usually come in here Sundays. Peter and his cousins sometimes come in here on Wednesdays, but it's been a really, really long time. And she was like, well, I just saw him yesterday. She was like, and, you know, I just saw his little dog. Do you know how his little dog, what's going on with his little dog? And our friend was like, no, what's going on? And so she was like, oh, their dog Boo Radley. Like, and she's like, oh, I know Boo. And she was like, yeah, he had like seizures and he's not doing great and whatever. So she was checking in with us. And so we were telling her today that he's like doing much better and whatever. I don't know, it's just like the love that this little guy has been surrounded with is just, I don't know. It's pretty incredible, you know, and from all of you guys and friends of ours and stuff like that. And I don't know, it's magical, you know, to think that one little creature, that even one person would remember him, you know, let alone 5 or 10. I think that's pretty powerful, you know, in a world where we focus so much on negativity and hatred and anger and misery, that one little dog could impact so many people, you know. I think that's kind of cool. It's like the same thing with Pee-Pee, you know, Pee-Pee and Tucker do the same thing. Pee-Pee was in so many of my videos back in the day. But anyway, I think I needed this weekend. I mean, I think if, you know, tomorrow night or God forbid tonight or something happened and it was just like, he just like completely declined. I don't want to, but I think I'm prepared to make that decision. I know that Alex is as well. And we've talked a lot about it, you know. It's weird because I even thought about this weekend, like, getting another dog. And, oh, the leaves are changing on that tree. Oh, they are, at the top. I was, like, noticing the bottoms of half of them are green, half of them are red. But they're changing, too. I've always thought that, like, after Boo Radley passed away, like, it would be a very short period of time before I got a dog. Alex has basically said he doesn't want to ever get a dog, but he knows that I will want to get multiple dogs and that he will also take care of them and all this kind of stuff, but they will be my dogs, is what he says. Because the emotional interaction and, you know, he'll take care of it, he'll help out with it, all that kind of stuff, but the emotional, I don't really know what the difference is either, okay? But that's just what he says. So anyway, but as we've gotten closer to this, I mean, it's not like we think he's going to be gone tomorrow. I mean, he might live another, you know, somebody said this to me last night, that he might live 5 more days or 5 more years. We don't know, right? But like, Alex has asked me twice, he's like, have you thought more about like another dog down the road? And it's interesting that he is like asking me and kind of like encouraging it. And he's like, you know, I think that would be good for, and I'm like, for us? Oh, because before you, and he goes, well, for you, you know? But it's interesting because like, I thought that like after Boo passed away, I would be like, turn around. I'm like, you know, I don't think I want to do that. I'm a big believer that rescues pick their parents. And, I mean, I know I want a smaller dog and stuff like that, but I don't know. Like, it's going to be really, really sad when he's gone, whenever that is. To be here alone all day long, you know, with not, like, anybody. I mean, I'm just me, by myself, but I don't think you're ever really, really ready, you know? I think, like, can remember that night sitting there with Tucker. And we just knew, you know? Alex and I just looked at each other. It's so funny because so many people have said this in my vlog recently. They're like, you'll know when it's the right time. And Alex and I both know that, you know? We knew with Tucker. I can just remember us looking there that night, just looking at each other. And it just was like, this is going to sound so crazy, but it was the hardest decision, but also the easiest decision at the same time, you know? After Pee-Pee passed away, I think I've shared this a lot because I share this with a lot of people. After Pee-Pee passed away, we were in Mexico, I was watching a lot of videos online. I really wanted, like, some kind of, like, burning bush moment, you know, of, like, where is Pee-Pee on the other side kind of thing. So I was reading, like, watching all these videos from, like, pet psychics and whatever. And somehow I felt it was like grieving and things like that about pets. They were really helpful, actually, you know? Like, we always want to talk about, like, how bad social media and YouTube is, but those videos really helped me a lot at that time. And I came upon this vet. I have no clue what the video was called or who she was or anything. I don't remember. I can remember I was sitting on the patio outside, and I can remember watching this video, and she talked about how our pets have no concept of death. You know, that dogs and cats have no concept, or whatever pets have no concept of what death we're aware of. They don't know what that means, you know? We do. We have a very conceptual understanding of what death means, and that we're never going to, but they don't. All they know is that they're tired, or they're in pain, or they're confused, or whatever. And so this vet was like, you know, at that point, the greatest gift you can give your dog is to take that away from them. So they just don't have to feel that anymore, you know? Really. And so it's selfish, and this is why I wanted to make it very, very clear in my video the other day, you know, that I'm not afraid of making that decision, and neither is Alex when the time comes. You know, so I think, like, I really needed to see that video back then, you know, and that really, really helped me. But I needed this weekend, I think. I needed this weekend to get a little bit of hope, but also realize that I can't live on hope. You know, I have to live in reality as well. And that when the time comes, the time will come, and we'll make the decision, and I'm ready to do that now. I feel like I got a couple days, like, to, like, breathe. So I'm hoping and praying that God isn't like, okay, you got your 2 days, Peter. So now buckle in, you know? But I also know that I'm ready for that, you know? I mean, we're taking each day. Alex and I every day are having conversations like, how do you think he's doing today? What do you think his quality of life is like? How do you think, you know, is it better than it was yesterday? You think this is related to me and tired? Whatever. So that's where we're at today. Yeah. Yeah, I'm keeping all these, like, crazy extensive notes. And the notes were, you can, like, I don't know if you can see them, but they're like, I mean, they're really helping because like, okay, the other night, well, this was the night before. This was Friday and Thursday nights. The sleep patterns were, like, almost exactly the same. Like, he went to bed, or maybe it was last night and the night before. Yeah, it was last night and the night before, because I put on here on Friday night, finally fell asleep at 9 p.m., woke up when he gave him his meds, and then he started walking again. Well, that was almost the exact same thing last night. So, we got to figure out how to get him to fall asleep a little bit earlier so that when we give the camera stopped. When he gives his meds, like, he's like, in the morning, sometimes he goes right back to bed, but not even then. So anyway, okay, so last night, Alex and I watched, who is texting me? Hold on a second. This is me and Mel are texting about the book club. Okay. We're trying to figure out the book, the documentary, the next live stream, and all that kind of stuff. So, last night, so Alex and I, did we watch something before that? I feel like we had one other show to watch. No, the only show, this is so funny because I'm so into this show, the only show that I have left on my weekly list, did you see my weekly list here, is Found. This week's Found. And then I have all the new shows from this week that I haven't watched hardly any of those yet. Oh, I did, I finished Hysteria last night. Okay, so weekly TV, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, watched. Orange County, watch. New York, watch. Sister Wives comes on tonight, but I gotta go through here and start my new list. Well, don't see, I just uncheck them. Oh, you can see it there. Do you see? So I can just uncheck them. Okay. Sister Wives is on tonight. From is on tonight. Those are my two shows. 1,000 Pound Sisters, Only Murders in the Building. That's tomorrow night. From, I told Alex he should start watching From. I think he would like it. He doesn't like zombies, but he likes, like, vampires, and it's more vampires than zombies, kind of. Well, it's not, you don't really know what it is. Survivor's Wednesday. The Golden Bachelorette is Wednesday. Is anybody watching The Summit? Tanya and her husband, or Tanya and her son, are watching The Summit. My neighbor across the street is watching The Summit. So many people are telling me to watch The Summit. Should I watch The Summit? Is it really that good? I don't know. Survivor and the Golden Bachelorette are on Wednesday. Grotesquerie is on Thursday. We've got 3 episodes left. The show is so bizarre. Dragula comes out Monday night going into Tuesday. House of Villains is on Thursday. Found is on Thursday. Those are all the shows. So I'm also watching... Hey, I was just talking about you!
I know, I heard that.
No.
My ears are burning.
Okay, please do not say any names. But we were at Patashu. And so she was telling me that you were in there telling about little Boo Radley and stuff. I knew all that, and I told you not to use any names because you just gave an entire family history just like this, of where they work, what their names are, and everything. And I met your grandson yesterday. Yeah, she and I were outside, and we were talking, and he walked by, and I said, "You're walking your grandparents' dogs," and he was really polite. He was really nice, and he was like, "Yeah," he was like, "My grandpa has plantar fasciitis." Okay, and she's like, and he's like, and my grandma says that the dog pulls.
Yes, and so we took him to work because he's a typical teenager that doesn't want to get
Listen to you, Grandma. Well, he was very polite to us.
He's a very nice young man.
Look at these. They look like twins.
And I have exterior tendonitis along with rheumatoid arthritis.
Aww.
My autoimmunity, so it's hard for me to walk.
And you walk every single day.
Well,
miles.
You know, they put me on a steroid, so it's getting somewhat better, so I don't know what the outcome will be. I just hope it's going to be good.
Well, I'm sending prayers to you.
Thank you.
You walk more than me. Look, I'm just sitting here on this front porch.
Enjoy it. Enjoy this weather.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
It's wonderful.
Are you having chili tonight?
I had it last night.
You did? How was it?
I was good. I had it last night.
What'd you have with it?
Chili and just oyster crackers.
Oh, love them.
Typical. Yeah.
It is good chili weather.
Brooks some chili beans, but my husband doesn't like the beans, so I've got to drain the juices out and not put any beans, a lot of beans in it. He's not a bean person.
So this friend of ours that we go to, her house, well, we used to go there for Halloween, but now we do different stuff, but we go over there for chili dinner like once every fall. So she makes a big pot of chili with like ground beef, beans, and everything. Then my one friend, she doesn't eat any chili with beans, but she likes ground beef. So she makes her a small crock pot with ground beef, no beans.
Okay.
And then I'm a vegetarian, so she makes me mine with beans and no ground beef. So she's got 3 crock pots. Yeah.
She's a vegetarian, so she's,
She is, but she eats like 50 other different, she's like, you're the vegetarian that eats like bacon and fish and...
No.
You eat fish?
No bacon, just fish.
But fish. That's a pescatarian.
Yes. Yeah, but not all fish. Most fish.
Do you eat Little Nemo?
Don't eat it.
Do you eat Little Nemo? Little Nemo, the movie?
Yes. Don't remind me. Don't remind me.
You turn 80 and you can't remember anything.
But I also, and my mother would always put elbow macaroni in.
Oh, my mom always put spaghetti, and now everybody puts elbow macaroni.
Is that what macaroni goes in goulash?
Goulash, okay.
Hungarian goulash, elbow macaroni goes in Hungarian goulash.
Who's her thing?
Oh, I think so. Well, maybe, I don't know.
I don't know,
My mother-in-law puts rice in it. You look like you just got your hair colored.
Which one?
You.
No, it's always this way.
It's pretty.
Thank you. It's part of the steroids and the prednisone.
Aww.
I don't know, I think I'm losing some of my hair.
Well, you guys have the youngest dogs in the neighborhood, though. You have the youngest dogs in the neighborhood.
I don't know if we do or not. I don't
No,
know.
she does.
Yeah.
She does next door, yeah.
I don't know about Sue. Yeah. Yeah, it's
Oh,
still him.
what's that dog's name?
I can't remember.
I know the dogs more than I know the people.
I know.
Did you go to the annual meeting?
Yes.
Anything good? Did you go?
No, I just knew there was a raise, though.
Oh, what is the raise?
$30 more. They might as well have said $500, but it's $495.
Okay.
$495. No, it's $495 a month.
It's $465 now, so it's $495 because if you pay it through the online thing, you have to pay $9.99 extra. Oh, you do too. See, everybody tells me that that's not true, but you pay the $9.99 too.
No, I don't. I just I mail mine in at the very. I keep my fingers crossed because I mail mine in probably towards the 3rd week and hoping that they get it in time so I don't get.
I thought you couldn't mail it in anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know what we do. I know it comes out.
Well, okay, you pay online, and they charge you $9.99 each month for servicing fee.
Yeah.
So it's actually not $465, it's actually $475. So next, if it's going up to $495, it'll actually be $505, which is whatever. But this is because of the lakes, to fix the lakes.
Mail it in.
Did you see that bird?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that a bluebird?
No.
Looks like a hawk.
Yeah, they don't fly. He was a low flyer.
I mail my payment in.
He flew right down low.
Yeah, he did.
Anything else come out about the HOA?
No, I guess I didn't realize it. I didn't realize that last year it was not raised, so
Yeah.
this is a double whammy.
If it had been raised to $10, there was 2 years we didn't have any raise, so we would still be in the same spot. We just weren't until now. If that makes sense. I don't know.
I don't know that I believe that. I feel like the last time it didn't raise, did it not raise last year?
No, it wasn't raised last year.
Then the year before it went up $13.
But then the year before that it was.
Okay. All I know is that when I moved in here, the HOA fees were $115, and that was in 2008.
I know.
We moved here in 1996. I thought it seemed like it was more than that. It seemed like it was around 200 and something.
No, because my mom moved in here in 1994, December,
Really?
and when she moved in here, because I can remember her saying she thought it was unfair that you didn't pay the HOA fees based on your square feet. Because a lot of places do that.
You over by Cathedral,
Yeah.
over there, it's by square feet.
But it was under $100. I think it was like $85 then.
Yeah. Well, our first apartment.
And we had the guard gate. Do you remember the guy at the gate?
Oh, yeah.
Dave.
Yeah, Dave and, what was it, Marge.
Mm-hmm.
Dave and Marge.
You'd have to come in and sign the thing to get in the neighborhood and everything.
Yep.
Well, the sprinkler system.
So nothing else new from the HOA meeting?
That doesn't sound like it, no.
But it wasn't contentious or anything, it just happened and we.
I'm trying to find gossip for you guys. I need gossip. I need HOA gossip and drama.
If it was, I'd be sure to tell you.
You're always the one that usually does tell me.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Oh, I do have one question real quick before you leave about the HOA meeting. Did they decide to arrest the man that ripped the tape up from the pickleball court?
Funny.
That was her husband. Bye. Have a good one, ladies. It was so funny. I was like, I mean, I don't really care. They can say their names on here. From now on, like, the only reason I say don't say their names is out of protectiveness of them. You know what I mean? Like, I could care less. Go Google them. I don't really care, you know? But it's like, so she's like, oh, but my sister's cousin that works at so-and-so and her husband owns this or whatever. And I'm like, okay, this is the whole family tree. But anyway, she's so sweet. I love her so much. I have such good neighbors. Where was I at? I was talking about something. I don't remember. So that's why I stopped it, because I was like, don't say any names. And then she was like, oh my God, it's so funny. And then you run into her and then, oh yeah, blah, 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 whatever. And I was telling her about your little dog and she didn't know. And then she'd pull over the other server. She's like, and her name is what? And I told her what her name was. And she was like, oh yeah. And she's married to so-and-so that's a server at so-and-so. And they used to own that restaurant. I'm like, oh my God. But anyway, what's crazy about these two women is the age difference is probably about 15 years in the women. But the one woman lives up here. So her husband is, oh God, maybe it's younger than that, because her husband's a police officer, because his car's always out, like in the driveway, like turned face that way. And her son's a police officer. But their dogs, she and this other woman, that was the woman that I was talking to, that was talking about all of her steroids and all that kind of stuff. She and the other woman have the exact same dog. People think that they're like brothers in the neighborhood. They're both like standard black poodles that they like keep puppy trim short. Like they don't like, you know, cut them any kind of like fancy poodle kind of way. And they're really, really cute. And they both get along. Like both of the dogs get along. And they're really friendly towards each other. So it's so funny because they look like they're brothers. So there's all these bugs flying around here. Okay, so last night, I was going through my TV shows. So last night I was like, okay, I got to pick between Lincoln or The Lincoln Lawyer or Hysteria. So I went in and I was further along in Hysteria than I thought I was. Well, okay, so watching the shows, it's like I'm not sitting and just like watching a show. I just remembered I put in laundry last night, very late at night in the washer. All these towels from like the kitchen and cleaning up the floor and stuff like that. And I forgot to put them in the dryer, so I have to go down there and do that as soon as I get done. But like if Radley, like when he comes down, like in between his like breaks of sleeping, he comes like bounding down the stairs. He's like, okay, I'm here. And he's like walks around. That's like he like looks up. And so I take him outside for a while. Then I bring him inside and then I give him a treat. And he eats like this treat like ferociously, like he's so excited. And then, give him some food and stuff like that, and then he eats the food, and then after he eats the food, which that takes about 20 minutes, and I take him outside again, and then he'll like walk around for a little bit, and then he finally goes to sleep. So that's like, then I'm watching a show in between that, so that's kind of what the nights are like. So it takes me longer to watch a show than it usually does. So last night, I was like, when I looked, on Hysteria, which is on Peacock, I would highly recommend it. It's not the greatest show I've ever seen, but like I was talking about it yesterday. It was interesting to me how many people were like, I totally remember the Satanic and Panic and stuff like that. I don't know, maybe I remember, like somebody said, I feel like it was more like the Charles Manson stuff. When I think of like Satanic Panic, I feel like that's more of what I remember it with, like the Charles Manson cult kind of stuff. I agreed with that. I agree with what that person said. There were a lot of people that were like, oh no, like somebody said they were from Kentucky and they were, somebody was like, oh, I'm from Kentucky and I went to a school and nobody ever smoked cigarettes. I don't know. Where I went to school, everybody smoked cigarettes. Everybody. I can remember the Crystal Flash in Carmel, Indiana. It was this gas station and everybody would stop there after school and they would get a pack, because you could smoke in high school. I mean, I think you had to be 16 to buy a pack of cigarettes. And I can remember even after that, when they changed it to 18, people would go inside and be like, grandfathered in, and they would show their ID. And like, they would sell them. I can remember that, going into gas stations, and people would say, I'm grandfathered in, because they were 16 before they changed the law. God, the stuff that we did in high school. But everybody would stop at this Crystal Flash. I mean, it was packed after we were in high school. And people would stop there for like the slushies and packs of cigarettes. And most people when I was in high school, smoked, I mean, nobody smoked menthol. Most people smoked Camel Lights or Marlboro Lights. Almost everybody that I know. If you were like, it was so funny because somebody said I think it was that person said that I went to a small school, nobody that I knew smoked. The only people that I knew that smoked were woodshop people, which I don't know why that cracked me up. Because woodshop people were kind of like the heavy metal kind of, guys sometimes. But they smoked Reds. I can remember that my friend's boyfriend that I talked about being sober yesterday, he smoked Reds. I think Winston's at one point too. But I don't really remember anybody smoking menthols. Later we smoked Newports because they were so cheap. I can remember smoking menthols or Newports because they were so cheap. But I don't remember anybody. Oh, there's my neighbors calling. Hey! I don't remember anybody smoking menthol like just regularly in high school. But it's crazy because I feel like everywhere that we would go, whether it was like Woodland Bowl, this bowling alley everybody hung out with, or if you went to a party, which we very rarely did, but if you did, or if we went to a park, a lot of people went to parks in high school and drank and did drugs and stuff like that, or even in the parking lot of school. I mean, I feel like everybody smoked cigarettes when I was in high school. Anyway, maybe it was just everybody that I hung out with. I don't know. So last night I finished Hysteria. I'm going to do a whole video response to it over my Peter Watches TV, so I'm not going to say tons more about it because I said a lot about it last night. It was good. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a mystery thriller, and it really isn't. I mean, it is. It's like you're trying to figure something out, but you kind of have all the answers. It's more of like, how are they going to catch them and figure it out? But the bigger, it's really more the story of a small town that's affected by satanic panic, of everybody being afraid of like satanic cults taking over, and why are they believing that? That's really what the show is about. I thought it was really well done. I really, really liked it. The one girl in it that plays like the popular girl in high school, I think her name's Cassie in the show. She looks so familiar to me. I couldn't figure out who she was. And so I looked her up, and she was the girl at the end of, she was like the little Amy Adams' little sister in Sharp Objects. A couple of people in there, I was like, who are they? Like, I know them from other stuff. It was good though. I thought it was really good. So Alex finished Lincoln Lawyer last night. He said he thought season 3 held up to the other seasons. So I'm going to watch Lincoln Lawyer today. Oh, I know. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I know we watched American Horror Stories last night. We watched all 5 of the American Horror Stories last night. All 5 of them. And they were all bad. I will be doing a reaction on the battery just went to the halfway mark. How long have I been vlogging for? I will be doing a reaction on my Peter Watches. I was like trying in my head to think about like what time I started vlogging. I don't remember. I will be doing a reaction over my Peter Watches TV channel because I did the last American Horror Story, and actually nobody watched it at first, and then I kind of picked up some traction. I think that's the thing. I'm like doing the video like as soon as the show comes out, and then it's taking like a week. I'm noticing that on my Peter Watches TV channel that people are starting to watch it like a week after I post a video, like once they've had time to watch the show. But here's my quick reaction for anybody that's going to watch the show, that wants to watch the show and has had it on their list like me. I don't really know what's happened with Ryan Murphy. I think he's lost his mind. I really do. First of all 5 of the episodes of American Horror Story is where an entire season is. Like the first one was Murder House. The second one was about the asylum. It's like Coven, all those kind of freak show, all that kind of stuff. This is American Horror Stories. And this was a Hulu event. It was called Huluween. And so it's season 3, and they had 5 episodes, and each episode is a completely different storyline, okay? They were all horrible. Every single one of them was horrible. And I think 4 out of 5 of them had a medical storyline. They were horrible, all of them. There was not like one of them. One of them was about leprechauns, you guys. I'm not ruining it for you, because I would tell you, I mean, it's bad. They're bad. I felt like I wasted, I mean, they were 45 minutes each, or half an hour, or something like that. I mean, we wasted, like, all that time. We could have watched a movie. Nikki and her husband last night rented Blank twice. Tanya said it was fantastic. Nikki said, I think she said it was a 4 out of 10. Hold on a second. She said, like, save your $20 or something like that. I'll give you the full review from Nikki. Mel's texting me about Sweet Bobby. it seems like it's really, I was talking to her, I have a feeling she's going to maybe recommend that one for the book club. Well, I mean, I've already watched it, so we can talk about it. It seems very similar to me, though, as There Is No Ethan. So, Mel just got back from the grocery store. Hey, Mel, how are you? And we're kind of picking books and stuff today. So, those will be announced either Monday or Tuesday. Peter's book club and a true crime book club for November, and the live stream, and also the documentary for a true crime book club. All of that will be announced Monday or Tuesday. It'll probably be maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. For, I'm trying to think of my day. Well, Tuesday, we have couples counseling, which means I have to start getting ready at 4:30 to get in an Uber by 5:15. So it probably won't be Tuesday. So it'll either be, if we figure it out tonight, it'll either be, she said, oh nice. It'll either be tomorrow or it'll be Wednesday. Okay, Nikki. What did she say about, she sent me these Takis. Are these like fake ones? Churro charge. No, those look good. Non-spicy. Where's her movie review? Tree. Okay, she said, don't waste your $20. Wait till it's free. 4 out of 10 with a question mark. LOL. And I said, LOL, was it that bad? She goes, it wasn't horrible, but LOL. It kept my attention. I said, you don't like any movies. She is so hard to please on movies. Like, I'll be like, let's watch a movie, like, at the same time. And she always ends up hating the movie. She said, true, it takes a lot. Caroline's texting me today. Alex's mom's texting me today. My sponsor's texting me. Tanya's texting me. Again, oh. Why is this coming through 2 different things? Okay, so last night I watched Hysteria. Oh, Alex and I watched American Horror Stories. God, they were so bad. After each one, I was like, do you like this? He's like, no, these are horrible. Every one of them was so bad. I was so excited to watch it. I was so excited to watch it. And each of them was like really, really bad. I was kind of surprised. I was really kind of surprised. So tonight I'm going to watch Found. Well, I'll watch that probably first, because I have to catch up on that. And then I can like uncheck all my marks, see? I'm going to watch Found. And then I'm going to watch From after it's on later. I record both From and Sister Wives. And then I'm done for tonight. And then I'll probably go back in and watch The Lincoln Lawyer, but I obviously can't finish 9 episodes in one night with all of that. Fanatical came out on Hulu. Anatomy of Lies I still want to watch. There's other shows I want to watch. The Alyssa Attorney, that's the case that Mel's talked about. We should probably pick that one. I'm going to text her that. Hold on a second. Because that one I haven't watched yet. Well, I don't think it comes out on Peacock till the 22nd. So The Alyssa Attorney, Teacup, I haven't started yet. 4 episodes are out. It's going to be, I think, 10 episodes total I looked up. Sweet Pea, I looked up where, I think you have to buy it on Amazon. Joan is on the CW. I haven't started, and Heartstopper 3 comes out. Okay, so what did I already, I'm like, okay. I was like, is it flashing at me? I can't really see because I have my reading glasses on. I don't know how I'm reading these, but where are October shows? What comes out this week? I feel like I do this every single, some videos that I was going to make on here like months ago. Oh, October shows. Okay. Sweet Pea, Teacup. Oh, Teacup. Disclaimer is already out on Apple. I'm going to wait till the whole thing's out, but if you want to watch it. Oh, Hysteria. I finished that last night. I can click that on. Woman of the Hour is a movie on Netflix. It's supposed to be good. Heartstopper, Lincoln Lawyer. This is the Zodiac Speaking comes out this week on Netflix. The Disappearance of Alyssa Attorney comes out this week. Fanatical is out. American Horror Stories, watch that one. And then the last thing comes out is Alien Abduction Manhattan. Do you guys have any show recommendations that are coming out? And not like, whenever I say that, somebody's like, did you ever watch Gilmore Girls? I'm like, Please not. Not shows that came out 10 years ago. I've already got them on my list, okay? I'm talking about shows that are coming out brand new now. Something like that. Something brand new. I'm always like, do you guys have any good show recommendations? And people be like, I used to love the Waltons. And I'm like, I did too when I was 6, but I'm not trying to binge watch it right now. You know what I mean? I appreciate that. I think it's real sweet when you guys say that. I'm talking about like new shows, okay? I'm talking about new shows. Did you ever watch Newhart back in the day? Oh, Cheers. I loved Cheers. Did you ever binge watch Cheers? I love Night Court. You should watch Night Court. No, I'm talking about new shows, okay? New shows. Okay, let's see what Mel said about that. She'll probably say yes or something like that. Hold on a second. What she would have said. That'd be so funny if she did say just that. Because that works. Looking at books. Okay, so got the documentary picked. I think I already got my book picked for Peter's Book Club. Okay, you know what? I did not do a time and temperature check. Did I do a time check already? It is currently 4:16 p.m. I feel like it's been almost an hour. Did I start this at 3 something? 3:20? Do you know? I don't remember. I also don't know. You know, the problem is that I hit the 30-minute mark on the battery, and then I, you know, like, because the battery stops. Okay, so then I started it again. But then my neighbors walked by. When she started listing every family member's name and their address and where they work, I stopped the camera. And then, I don't know how long I've been vlogging that. So I have no idea how long I've been vlogging right now. But the temperature, oh, wait. She sent me some book. Hold on a second. Okay, what was I going to say? Oh, the temperature. Did I already say the temperature? No, because I'm texting with Mel about the books. We're trying to come up with the books. It's 73 and sunny. Oh, she's talking on the phone. What's her other? What are you doing? You're always with your husband.
I changed partners.
You changed partners. Now you're walking the other way.
Exactly.
Is your husband going to ever start walking again?
Maybe.
Maybe. Well, tell him I miss him. She was walking the other day. That was the woman, or the other way. That was the woman, another woman that she walks with. I was talking about them the other day. They have a little wiener dog. And I said something about when your owners look like your dog. Do I look like Boo Radley? I always look like, I feel like Boo Radley kind of looks like, oh, there's one of my other favorites. Oh, she's listening to music or a podcast or something. She's carrying her phone with her. I always feel like Boo Radley just looks like, so, we have a family friend. I have actually talked about the connection to this on here, so I can't really say. But anyway, we have a family friend who, the daughter, who is like 2 or 3, I think she's Caroline's age, is like really close family friend. Her daughter is married to this guy that's, anyway, he looks like how I think Boo Radley would be if he was a person. Like, he is like a diving coach, and like they ski and water. They're very outdoorsy people, and he was kind of like a hippie back in the day. He doesn't have like real long hair. You know, he's kind of like the bangs that kind of like go down and like feather up a little bit, you know. But he's like 55 or 60. And he doesn't wear like, you know, I mean, he wears like, he'll wear like a polo shirt, but like the collar's like ripped. You know what I mean? And then like he'll wear like a pair of like faded khakis with like Birkenstocks. He always looks like, and he's always got like, you know, like, he always looks like he's got like a duffel bag packed at any moment to go on some adventure. That's who I think of Boo Radley as. I don't think I look anything like, I don't know, maybe I do. Valerie used to say Boo Radley has a face that only a mother could love. I would say, Valerie, that is so cruel. I bet she feels bad about that now, after everything that Boo Radley's going through. You know what she would say? She'd say, I feel bad for you and I feel bad for Boo Radley, but I don't feel bad for saying it, because it's true. That's what Valerie would say if I asked her that today. She's actually been checking in on Boo Radley, so. I should say, how do you feel now about, she'd probably send me that fingernail emoji or something like that. But I would show Valerie these pictures of Boo Radley back in the day, you know, when his little tongue is all hanging out and stuff like that, and he'd be like all looking at her, and I'd be like, isn't he so sweet? And she'd be like, that is truly a face that only a mother could love. Valerie! Oh my gosh. What a beautiful day. Wonderful day in the neighborhood, a wonderful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be mine? Won't you be mine? I actually brought another battery with me in case this battery dies. I came prepared. I came loaded and prepared. So this week, I don't really have anything going on this week. Wednesday, Cousin Fun Day. Unless something comes up for Caroline, but we already planned it. So, I mean, there'll be shorter Cousin Fun Day. She was like, when do you want me? I was like, if you could pick me up at like 12, then we could do like 12 to 2, and then like I'd come home like right before, like, you know, giving Boo his medicine and stuff like that. But she can't do that this week, but she was like maybe next week. So she's gonna come from 1 to 2, so it'll be like a real short Cousin Fun Day. And she also was like, we can bring Boo with us on our Cousin Fun Days, because Caroline takes her dogs everywhere in the car. I was like, well, we kind of have to see how, I mean, we could do that. That definitely has a plan, you know? But we kind of have to see how he feels. But Radley is not, like, he doesn't not like riding in the car. I wouldn't say he loves riding in the car. I wouldn't say he feels really in any way or another about it. Pee-Pee and Tucker loved riding in the car. Oh my God, Pee-Pee loved riding in the car. I don't think that Boo Radley feels one way or, I mean, I haven't asked him. And he hasn't told me. But I don't think that he feels one way or another about it. He kind of just like, he just looks bored. Like, what's going on? I'm confused. Like, where are we going? You know? I don't think he gets it. But really, the only time he ever goes anywhere is, you know, like, to the vet. So it's like he, you know, he gets groomed at the vet. So he gets confused. Like, I don't think are we going to the vet? I don't think he understands, you know? This is the other thing, the big improvement. This morning and last night, giving him his meds, like the battery just started flashing and we're almost at the 29-minute mark. He didn't, fight as much with the meds. Like he usually does all this kind of stuff, and he didn't fight it. I actually watched this video. I was like looking at this video online of like, you know, this woman like putting the syringe in the dog's mouth, and it was interesting because like she gripped the dog around the neck, which we don't do that, and the dog still like fought her a little bit, and it was like a vet that was doing the video and showing how to put a syringe in a dog's mouth, and they go like through the side and stuff like that, which is what we do anyway. But I was like, okay, maybe she can like teach me a trick. And even like her doing it with this dog that they picked to be the sample dog, the dog's like going like this. And I was like, oh, I guess that's kind of normal then. But anyway, okay, let me change the battery and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I kind of looked to see too, I like went through each of my clips on the camera. I know I'm so technological, aren't I? To see where I was at on time. I think I'm like right at about an hour. I'm right at an hour or like maybe like a minute or two over an hour, I think. But anyway, so I wanted to do a little bit of a longer vlog today. Yesterday was like an hour and 15 minutes. I think the day before that was like an hour and 13 minutes or something. I'd like to get back to doing the vlogs. You guys like the longer vlogs, don't you? I usually, when I was doing like the hour and 30, hour and 45 minute vlogs for a couple days, people seem to really, really like that. So on the days that I can, like today I decided, I was like, you know what? I actually, for tomorrow too, I was kind of like, maybe I shouldn't film anything tomorrow and just take a whole day of like, you know, Alex isn't here, and if it's nice tomorrow, I can just relax and whatever. So I don't know. We're just gonna have to kind of see how tonight goes with Boo Radley and how I feel when I wake up tomorrow. But yesterday and today, I decided that, well, really each day, I didn't decide until today when I got up, and I was like, no, I think I'm just gonna do my vlog today. So yesterday and today, I just filmed my vlog. I already have my list made for tomorrow. I literally have a drama video. I have it all outlined in my phone and everything that I'm going to make. I've watched all the clips, so I know what I need to talk about. I have that video to make tomorrow, and then my review video, I think I'm going to review what I just bought at the gas station, these 2 bags of chips, and this candy bar maybe, and then, but maybe I'll do the candy bar just as like a separate one alone. I don't know, we'll see. And then, Peterisms video, I'll either read a comment or I'll, you know, do a meditation or something like that. My Peter Does Stuff video, I have a huge haul that I've been like, this stuff has been sitting, I was going to do it on Saturday or today, but I'm just going to wait till tomorrow. So that's my Peter Does Stuff channel. It's like clothes. It's like the clothes that I ordered from, Amazon, some sweaters for this fall. And then it's also, what do you call it? the shampoo and conditioner that I bought, the Oribe, and then it's also the Prada lip balm, which I'm really excited to see. Apparently it's like a color changing lip balm or something, so I don't know, we're gonna see how it works. So that's tomorrow, so I'm gonna do all that, but I'm also gonna go and do some of the dirty sodas too, again, this week, so that's fun. And then my Peter Watches TV channel video tomorrow will be about Sister Wives, because I always do those on Mondays. And then I might do 2 videos over there tomorrow, depending on how my day goes and what time I get up. Now watch, like I'll end up not making any videos over there tomorrow and just vlogging. Or any videos at all, and just vlogging. But this is my plan for tomorrow. And then my booktube video will be the announcement if we come up with the books tonight. If we don't, then or if I don't have enough time, then I'll do it on Wednesday. So Wednesday's Cousin Fun Day. Well, Wednesday or Thursday. The booktube video is one of the more important to get out because we need to get that up so that people can get the book before November. So, or get on the list of the library. So, yeah. One of these days, we'll figure it out. I mean, Mel and I will come up with a book tonight. We already came up with the documentary. You guys already know what the documentary is. The Alyssa Attorney one on Peacock. That's November's documentary. Surprise! And then I already know what I'm doing for Peter's Book Club, so all I have to do is the True Crime Book Club, so I'll announce that tomorrow on my BookTube channel. So yeah, those are all the videos. And then just hanging out with Boobs. Just hanging out with Mr. Boobs. And then Alex, okay, so that's Monday. He doesn't have anything. And then Tuesday, Alex is going to go and hang out with his grandma for lunch. And then we have couples, obviously he has to work, but he's going over to his aunt's house to see his grandma for lunch. And then we have couples counseling on Tuesday. Depending on how busy Tanya is, we might go to a meeting on Tuesday night, and also how Boo Radley is doing. That'll have a lot to do with that. So that might be Tuesday night. Wednesday's Cousin Fun Day. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I don't have anything. Alex has Friday a birthday dinner. These girls he's been friends with for like 20 years. With 2 girls that he's going out to dinner with. That's on Friday night. It's just the 3 of them. No husbands or anything like that. And then on Saturday, he has a laser tag. It's like, I think it's like a bridal shower kind of deal for this wedding. That's on Saturday. And he asked me if I wanted to go to that, and I said I would probably just film some videos so I didn't have to, like, whatever. And then Saturday night, he has a Halloween party, and he asked me if I wanted to go to it or not. It's not anybody that I know, so, and he's not going to go for a really long time. So I'm like, I don't know. We'll see. On Saturday night, if Tanya's just hanging around and he goes to the party, I might go over to Tanya's on Saturday night and get out of the house for a little bit and watch a movie. That'll also have to do with how Boo Radley's doing. I just want to say that, a lot of people were suggesting that people come over to our house. They're like, you can still see people. I thought this was a really nice suggestion, by the way, but people were like, you could have somebody come over to your house and sit and watch, TV, or Tanya would totally be, willing to do that, or, watch a movie or have a cup of coffee at your house and whatever. Yeah, everybody would be willing to do that. The thing is, like, I sometimes want to get out of the house. Like, I sometimes, like, even when people ask me, they're like, why don't you come over to my house and watch a movie? I don't want to just sit in the house sometimes and watch a movie. Like, sometimes I want to get out. And for me, it doesn't have to be, like, going to do some huge event. It doesn't even have to be going out to dinner. Sometimes I just like to walk around the store. That's why Cousin Fun Day is so much fun for me, It's like just to walk around the store or be around people, Like, today I said to Alex when we were at brunch, I was like, oh, is that my neighbor walking his dog? I didn't even see him go the other way. I'm like, it's kind of, like, it sometimes feels weird to be around people because, there's days that go by where I'm not around people at all, I literally had not left the house since, what was it, Wednesday or something? So, I see people, like my neighbors and stuff, but to, like, actually be out, it feels weird. I think also, like, it's not like I live out in the middle of, like, what was that movie that we watched with, Sarah Paulson, Hold Your Breath. It's not like we live out in the Dust Bowl, Oklahoma, where there's, like, not a house for 10 miles. Obviously. But we live in a very small, like, residential neighborhood. I know the majority of my neighbors in here that are at least around me or walk around me every day. So it feels very isolated. It's not like, I'm not even in walking distance. I am, but it would be, like, an hour and a half walk to, like, go to, like, a gas station, or, and to literally go to a gas station, because, like, there's not really anything else around there. So it's not like I'm in walking distance to go anywhere. I could just, like, walk and all this kind of stuff. Alex and I were talking about voting, because the one time I voted, I somebody took me there and then I walked back. Do you guys remember that? Or did I walk there and back? I can't remember, but I remember I filmed it. I filmed part of it on my phone. And so Alex and I were talking about it. And I was like, well, what are your plans that day? And he was like, well, I want to go there early, as soon as the voting booths open. And he was like, I just thought that you could come with me as soon as I go over there, and then I'll just bring you right back. Where we vote is like real close to us. It's like 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes up the street, probably 3 minutes up the street. And so he was like, I thought, I'd just take you up there. And then, so I was like, okay, great. I was like, well, if it's nice that day, I can walk back, and that'll be a good walk for me in the morning, and then you wouldn't have to take me back. He's like, yeah, whatever you want to do. So I can't remember why I walked back that time now. I remember filming it, though. Or maybe I was there for a different reason. I don't remember. We vote the same place that I've been to a meeting a couple times. So, anyway, so got that all figured out. Dream. It is such a pretty day today. This neighbor right here, she walks every day. I've never met her, never talked to her. She never looks over at me, never once. I've like waved to her, she just keeps on walking. I have no clue who she is. I've never seen her interact with one person in this neighborhood. I've never, she's walked by at the same time as other people, that I've never seen her say hi to anybody in this entire neighborhood. She walks in this neighborhood, literally, every day. Who's walking that little dog down the street that looks like Tucker? Oh, this is so funny. Okay, so this is the dog that Boo Radley, the first dog that he saw yesterday. There were two different situations. Was Tiger the day before, and then our neighbor dog, and then yesterday, did I talk about this on here? The dog that looked like Tucker? I've never seen this dog before, but she said he's like a year old. And so Boo Radley saw him, and he was like, oh, and he started like running over to him, and it was almost kind of weird. I was kind of like, does he think it's Tucker? Because his dog looks a lot like Tucker, except he's all white. And I was like, does he think it's Tucker or something? Is he confused? Because he went over to him and started sniffing around him and stuff like that. This is where the return kind of to how Boo Radley's been, just for moments, right? Because that's how he used to be. If we had him out here, and somebody walked by, any bike rider, and he'd be kind of misses a little howling a little bit, but he did that the other day. So this woman's dog is really sweet. It's a little Maltipoo or something like that. It's so weird this time of the year when it's warm enough. I put this hoodie on today. Everybody kept on asking me about these hoodies the other day. So this one says Monn Tennis on it. The other one I have says Hampton Golf on it. Okay, so you can see that they're kind of ripped open. Somebody bought them, but then they're I don't know if you can see this, but they're kind of cut on here. You can't really see it. Do you see that? So they look like they're worn out. They have it ripped in here. When I wash it, it'll be it'll look even more deconstructed. And they're expensive. They were $98. I got them from the company. It's called First Port Company. And I really was they kept on showing up on my Instagram, probably because I kept on looking at them. And I was which is interesting because sometimes that's true. Sometimes stuff keeps on showing up because I look at it, but other times stuff keeps on showing up. Is there a way to be don't ever show up for me again. I don't want to ever see this thing or this person again. Who is running down the street? That's like that.
There's another pumpkin.
There's another pumpkin. How are you? A pumpkin hunt. Hope you win. They're running down the street pushing strollers, these two moms on a pumpkin hunt. What was I gonna say? I've totally lost my mind. This time of year, I was talking about this. I said something in between that, though. Anyway, people ask me about this. First Port, they're very comfortable. And $98 is a lot for a hoodie. They're very, very nicely made. I will tell you the true test, though, is my husband came in the other day. I had it on. He goes, that is such a cute hoodie. I go, oh, thanks. When I knew, I was if he says he likes it, then that's it passes the test, right? My husband and I have obviously very different tastes in clothes, but He's very dressed up today. He had a pair of black walking shorts on, like athletic shorts on, and a black hoodie with paisleys on it, and a baseball hat. That's what he wore to brunch today. And he actually wore his walking sneakers to brunch today. So, oh, I didn't talk about what we got at brunch. So I got the Fat Rabbit. I got the coffee, which was frangelica flavored, which is like my least favorite. No, it doesn't have frangelica in there. It's just the flavor of the coffee of the thing. And so I got the coffee. Alex is getting Cokes now instead of coffee. So he got 2 Cokes while we were at brunch. And then he got a bowl of the turkey chili, which is his favorite. And then he got this new thing. It's this new thing there. I don't know what it's called. But it looks like nachos, but like breakfast nachos. So it's kind of like if you imagine a Cuban, but on nacho chips. And he ate like a third of it and brought the rest of it home. Last week I was like, or the last time he got it, I was like, that is, because it's brand new. They just started it there. I was like, that's not going to heat up well at all. He goes, oh, in the deep fryer. I thought deep fryer, I swear to God, he swears by that deep fryer. He's like, in the deep fryer. And so he heated them in the deep fryer and he was like, oh my God, they're fantastic. So we got them today, brought them home. I got the, what's it called? I don't want to call it the Fast Eddie because I've been watching Real Housewives of Orange County. Oh, she turned the other way. I thought she was going to walk in front of me with her little doggy. I got the Fat Rabbit, which is the vegan sandwich. But because our friend that works there, she told me to do this originally. I sub the ricotta it's a ricotta cheese spread. I sub it for the herb cream cheese. And today I had them add more onion. And it was delicious. And then I got it with a side of chips, but I didn't finish all the chips. And I brought home the half sandwich and the rest of the chips. So that'll be a little snack for later. And I talked to Alex last night about, like, also I need to be getting back into, like, I need to, like, this week I need to focus on not just, like, getting back into, like, the regular schedule of stuff, but, like, if Boo Radley continues to do well, I can't not live in this state of panic anymore. Of like, okay, what's going on? How's he? I mean, like, I walk inside, like, the first thing I say is he doing okay? I mean, like, I can't continue to live this way. So this week I've got to get back to some kind of sense of normalcy. Like I was talking about the other day with us watching the Housewives and stuff. I've got to get back to walking for like an hour every night. I've got to do some self-care. I've got to start, like, you know, just, I don't know. I've got to start doing a lot of that stuff. So my goal was to finish this God of the Woods by this weekend, but that's not going to happen. So I'm going to listen to it a little bit of it tonight. I think I'm just going to sit out here and listen to a little bit of it. And I've been playing solitaire on my phone like crazy. Like game after game after game after game of solitaire. So I actually, did I show this or did I show it in my drama channel video? I was so excited. Who's texting me? What'd she say? Oh, she's giving me all these suggestions for books. Okay. Let me pull up my solitaire for you. Solitaire. So it's mobility wear. It's the app. Okay, do you guys see my app? It's all like very spooky. Do you guys see that? Oh, this is the game I must have stopped. Okay. So it has, like, down here, it has, like, a little haunted house, and then you can see, like, did I show this already? It's, like, the moon, and then there's trees on either side. Do you see that? And then the cards are actually jack-o'-lanterns. Love it so much. I texted Nikki the other day. I said, do you think that they're going to have a Christmas-themed one? Oh, at the bottom, it's, like, oh, it's a puzzle piece. That's the puzzle. I don't get the side games on here. There's, like, side games. I don't get that. Here, we're just going to do a new deal. New deal. I got 3 aces. Oh, we're gonna save that game till later. I got 3 aces. Look at that. Ace, ace, ace. We're gonna save that game till later. So I'll probably listen to my audiobook and then I'll sit here and I'll play solitaire. So this is my week to get back into, you know, God willing that Boo Radley does well and our health as well and everybody's health as well and everything like that. This week goes well. My plan is to get back into the walk-in. Well, Tuesday, depending on what time we get back from couples counseling and all that kind of stuff, if I don't go to a meeting. But definitely tomorrow, like Wednesday, get back into the walking like an hour. I really miss it. I really, you know, and I'm making more conscious decisions about what I eat. I got this like a while ago. I don't know why my neighbor is doing this. He's not doing it to my neighbor's yard, and I don't understand why. You're not supposed to have sprinklers out here, but people do all the time. He's literally taking a hose. I don't know, it must have just been this thing he bought. He's real excited about it. But he's got this, like, long rod with, like, a nozzle on it that, like, sprays, like, you know, like a huge part. He's literally doing every inch of his yard and our neighbor's yard next on the other side. Like, just watering it. Like when you could have like a, you know, whatever that's called out there. I can't remember what that's called. All these people like riding down here on these things. I've never, those motorized skateboard looking things. Don't know what I'm talking about. I've never been on one of those. That scared the hell out of me. Yeah, I think I need to like get back into like the walking. Oh, this is what I was gonna say. So I bought these powders, and I was looking online for like best suggestions for like vegetarians and like all this kind of stuff. My nutritionist was like recommending things to me. And so I was actually like looking it through with Alex, because Alex has drank some of these things before, these supplements. And there's like, I bought them a while ago. And so it's like a green powder, and then it's like a red powder. And it's supposed to give you a lot of your like nutrients from like fruits and vegetables throughout a day. I need to start doing those. I've kind of fallen off taking my multivitamin every day. I need to get back into taking my multivitamin. I need to start walking. I need to focus on drinking those protein drinks that I bought all and spent all this money at the suggestion of my nutritionist, and get back to drinking, or really start drinking the protein drinks and eating, you know, a well-balanced meal. I'm like eating like crap. I either don't eat anything at all, or I just eat crap. Like, I mean, it's not crap. It's like these stupid, like, you know, I'm almost done with the frozen dinner, so I probably need to buy more of those. But she's giving me some healthier alternatives to stuff like that. She's going to take me to the grocery store. We're going to do a field trip. She's going to teach me how to like... I'm really excited about it, even though it seems rather silly that I'm going to the grocery store with a nutritionist, but she's really fun, and so she'll make it kind of fun. But I do think, she's like, I just want you to, like, when you look at a box, she's like, when you pick up a box and you look at the nutritional factors, like, what do you look at? And I said, I look at the calories and I look at the protein. She's like, okay, well, I'm going to teach you, like, different ways to look at the box. She's like, because right now, like, you're kind of laser focused on that. She's like, but there's other things to look at, too. She's like your omega fats and things like that are important to look at. And she's like, so, you know, other things as you get older. And so she's going to help me with that. So she had to go to a wedding, and the Boo Radley stuff happened. And then I also need to get into, like, my fitness routine. So he is watering the hell out of that yard. Come over here and water our yard. Our yard doesn't even look like it needs watering. They have like a little airplane thing that's going around like that in their yard. It's pretty. That's my pool crew lady down there. My pool crew ladies live right next to each other, actually. You know what? I haven't seen her all weekend. I wonder if she's out of town. Maybe that's why he's watering the yard like that, because he's bored. It is such a pretty day outside. Oh, this is what I was going to say. This time of year, it's so interesting because... Oh, this is what I was saying about my hoodie. Like, I walked out, because I said to Alex before we left, I said, do you think it's like it's cold enough for a hoodie? He's like, oh yeah. And so I go outside, and I like stepped outside, and I was like, got in his car, and I was like, it is definitely like not hoodie weather. It's definitely t-shirt, maybe long t-shirt. You guys were so nice about that long t-shirt yesterday. So many of you were like, oh, that brown brings out it's like a mossy kind of greeny brown. It's like the t-shirts from Abercrombie. They're long sleeve. They're Abercrombie has really stepped it up the last couple of years. I bought that's one of the t-shirts, long sleeve t-shirts I bought last year. Alex has it in like gray and black and blue, and I love that long sleeve t-shirt. It guts me a little bit. I will say that. It makes me, I mean, I'm already gutted, but you know, when I say that, what it means is that I feel like my gut is showing. But I love that shirt. I usually wear it with like my ripped jeans and like these, I took off my Birkenstocks. I have the gray plastic ones on. But I usually wear it with like the sand colored Birkenstocks. Just very basic palette. But I love those shirts. I probably get a couple more of them. Maybe like in a gray and a black, like Alex has them too, but I really like them. One of the things I'll say about Abercrombie today is, like, if you wanted to shop and buy something there, either for you or for a gift, their sizes are like almost 100% accurate, if not a little bit too large, which is so weird because back in the day, like their stuff was like, if you got an extra large, it was literally like a small medium. And today it's like, I get an extra large and it's almost too baggy on me. Their graphic tees, I always get an extra large because they're a little bit more narrow. And the graphic tees, like my Whitney Houston t-shirt, I got that on Etsy, but I have a Grateful Dead one. You know, the Beetlejuice one I haven't even worn this year yet, I don't think. Maybe one time. But the graphic tees that I've gotten from there, I get an extra large. That t-shirt that I had on yesterday was an extra large. It's almost a little baggy. The hoodies that I got that were extra larges, I should have got them in a large. If you're kind of like on the edge between a large and an extra large at Abercrombie, definitely go large. Don't go extra large, because their stuff is like oversized. Their sweatshirts are some of the most comfortable sweatshirts in the entire world. And if you look on there regularly, they typically have sales of their hoodies, because their hoodies are like regularly like $80. I guess this isn't too bad then for that, right? Their hoodies are like $70 or $80, but like 3 times a year they have them on sale for like half price. Abercrombie typically has pretty good sales. But I think the quality of their stuff has greatly, greatly improved over the years. So yeah. But anyway, we were leaving and I was like, it's too hot for this hoodie, which it's not. I'm comfortable, but I don't need all that. Have you ever heard of a sprinkler? You just like that. I'm like in my head trying to think about what I was talking about. Oh, this time of year. Okay. I'm trying to get this out. I've been trying to get this out for a while. So I was like getting in the car and I was like, should I go inside and put a t-shirt on? Is it too hot for a hoodie? I was like, it's whatever. So we went. It was totally fine. In fact, we were there and Alex goes, I'm cold. And I go, you're cold in the restaurant? He was like, aren't you cold? And I go, no, I have this huge hoodie on. And he goes, maybe it's because I'm drinking a Coke. I was like, what? So anyway, so he was cold. But he had this hoodie on and stuff like that. Alex gets cold really, really easily, though. He used to be, like, really hot-blooded. Like, when you would touch him, he's, like, super warm. He's not, like, so much like that anymore, so I don't know. But he gets cold real easily. He always has to have, like, he's got, like, 3 of those Snuggie things. His blanket, hoodies, you know. He, like, gives a couple years ago, got his grandma, his aunt, his mom, everybody. He loves those things. He's got a tie-dyed one, a blue one. He's got a black one, I think, or a red one or something. He's got all different colors. And then he puts that on with a blanket over him and everything like that. I don't get cold like that. I get hot is what I get. We had the heat turned on in our house. And last night I was like, it is so hot in this house. Oh, there's kids fishing. They're going to get in trouble. Oh, my Lord. He was on like a scooter, and on the scooter, on the back of the scooter, he had like the fishing tackle box, and he was sitting on it, and it was going like 90 miles an hour. They probably got kicked out of here for fishing. I haven't seen anybody fishing here since this summer. Why are we kicking kids out? But anyway, it's a weird time of year because it's like when you look at the weather, you know, like I did that just a couple days ago, so I won't bore you with it again. When you look through the weather, it's like, okay, like today, what did I say it was, 70? Actually, let's look through the weather. So, since I said we weren't going to. It was 70 in the car when I was in the car. So it's 73 and sunny, right? So it's weird when you look at the weather. I forgot, when I kept on looking for my reading glasses, you know why I didn't put them on was because I was like, I don't have them, and they were in my hoodie thing right here. So I have them right here. But when you look at the temperature, okay, when you look at the temperature, so like tomorrow's gonna be 78. I mean, that is like a day to lay out by the pool. And then Tuesday is 78. Which is like, that's higher than it was going to be. Then Wednesday, 74. Then Thursday, 65. This weekend, it goes down in the upper 60s, low 70s, 67, 71. I mean, Halloween, 73. You know? So, like, even the coldest it gets is the 3rd of... Do you remember it was supposed to be, like, really low into, like, the 30s at night? That's completely changed. I mean, I don't mind the warmer weather, but like the 3rd of November, it's going to be 62 degrees outside and rain. So, this is a weird time of year. I was talking to my neighbor across the street. She goes, you know it's supposed to be a really bad winter. I said, who said that? And she said, the Farmer's Almanac. And I said, the new Farmer's Almanac or the old Farmer's Almanac? She just looked at me like she was confused. I go, you know, there's a difference between the two. She goes, oh, I didn't know that. And I go, well, which one did you hear it from? She goes, I didn't read it myself. She goes, somebody told me or something like that. And I was like, okay, oh, here. They're riding around the circle again? It's these 2 kids on bikes. They look like they're probably like a couple years older than my nephews. And then the kid riding with the tackle box looks young. And they must be trying to find the perfect place to fish. Because they didn't come back this way, which means they went down that way, which means they went to the bridge. They can hide down the bridge because there's always like the trees and stuff by the pool over there. So like people don't see them as easily. I mean, it's so ridiculous. Just let the kids fish on a Sunday afternoon. You know what I mean? God. But anyway, she was saying that it was supposed to be like a really bad winter. Another one of my neighbors was like, did you hear it? Oh, I think she said it was supposed to be a really bad winter too. You know, and she's younger. And maybe she said she heard it from her grandma, who's like 91. But I feel like everybody keeps on saying that. It's going to be a really bad winter. Really wet and really cold, which means a lot of snow and really cold, which means we won't have any snow and it'll be 70 the whole winter. That's probably what it'll be. But you know what? They keep on saying that, so I don't know. Who says that? The streets say that. The streets are talking. The streets are talking about the weather. And what they're saying is it's supposed to be cold and wet here in Indianapolis. What was I going to just look at? I was just going to look at something when I said that. Oh, my pool countdown. Where are we at on the pool countdown? Oh, my Lord. We got 222 days left till the pool countdown. Oh, my God. He's walking so fast. He's like... He's a speed walker. I am not a speed walker, but he is a speed walker. So yeah, so this time of year is weird because it's like you could probably still wear shorts. I mean, 78 degrees, you could definitely still wear shorts. So I'm like not wanting to take like, I mean, my swimsuits, like this has been on my list for like the last week. I started moving some of it, but I need to like revamp my whole closet for like winter. And I need to take my swimsuits downstairs in the basement and keep like 2 pairs of shorts up there. Because, you know, today I have shorts on. Today I do. These shorts are that Bear brand, Bear something. They're so comfortable. They're like, I can't show you because I don't want to show you. Do you guys want to really see? Do you really give that much of a shit? Okay. So these are the shorts that I have on. Here's the hoodie. And these are the shorts that I have on. So they're cute. But anyway, I can't remember what they're called. But I really like this brand. Bear something. They're some of the most comfortable shorts I've ever had. And I wasn't really sure about them when I got them. But I'll keep like this pair up and like a pair of corduroy shorts up. From that, what's that? Birdwell. I like those corduroy shorts. The longer ones that tie. I mean, I like them both, but I'll probably keep a pair of those up. And then other than that, like the swimsuits, everything can go down in the plastic containers in the basement until next year. And then the sweaters put in the closet. I've already got some of them up there already. And redo the closet for winter. Because here's the thing with... You don't know. Like, one day you could be like, I need a t-shirt and shorts on, and the next day, it could snow. Like, that's Indiana in the winter, in the fall and winter. So it's such a weird time of year. Like, I mean, like, things are changing fast, you know? And it's so weird that, like I said, like, one day it's 78, and the next day it's, like, 62. I mean, that's, like, a vast difference from day to day, you know? I mean, maybe that's everywhere. Why do I smell like incense? That Shy Wolf candle that at just 17 I put inside. I still haven't done anything with this candle yet. I was burning this apple cider candle the other day some more. It smells so good. And I still need to put that table together. Now I'm like, maybe I should have saved the table for next year since we're coming up on winter. Don't you think? I should have saved the new one of these and the table for next year. Then I don't have to spend all that money on it. Are there that are running the other way? Did you find any more pumpkins? They're finding more pumpkins. On the pumpkin hunt. The pumpkin hunt. Oh, you know, I just realized I vlogged for an hour and a half today. This is a long vlog. Oh my God. That's gonna be my thumbnail. I can never remember, like when I say that, I never remember like where it is. The other thing is, even if I look at the time, like I just looked at the time and it said like 20 seconds or something like that. Like, when I put the pieces together, it's like 29 minutes and 59 seconds. 29 minutes and 59 seconds, or 29 minutes and 45 seconds. Sometimes it depends on when I start and stop the camera. So even if I, like, say, like, 24 seconds, like, at the end when it's all together, I'm like, I don't remember where. I'm such a mess. I'm such a mess. But anyway, we already knew that. This is going to be a good week. I can feel it. Feel it in my bones. It's gonna be a good week, and I hope that you guys. I'm gonna end it now. I hope that you guys have a good week, okay? And I hope that I hope they're having a magically amazing Sunday. I think that if not today, sometime this week, if you live in colder weather, it would be a great time for chili. However you like. I love chili, so it'd be a great. Maybe I'll get some chili. Chili does sound good. I actually have a can of that Amy's vegetarian chili in there. You know what? I forgot about that. I might have that tonight. And Alex has oyster crackers. And I should make macaroni and cheese and put it on there. No, I shouldn't. No, I shouldn't. But that sounds so good, doesn't it? I don't know why that sounds good to me. That is something that would sound so gross to me, macaroni and cheese, but she was talking about the macaroni, but anyway. There's a helicopter going somewhere. Do you guys want to see the leaves changing? Look at the leaves up there. Do you see? They're so pretty. See, the whole tree hasn't changed yet, but just that one. It's changed at the top. I love fall. Fall's like, I think next to summer. You know, it changes kind of every year. Like, I love spring too. I love every season for a different reason. Oh, what, did I just write a poem? I mean, summer has to be my favorite. I feel like the most alive. I feel like the most free. I feel just fully myself during summer. Spring, I love because it's like the precursor to summer. Spring would probably be, except for like the warmer weather, probably be my least favorite season. Winter I like because it's cozy and it snows. Alex hates winter. Alex would sit here, right, and he would say my least favorite holiday, or my least favorite season is winter. I could do without it. I hate winter. Screw winter, F winter. Like, he hates the snow, he hates the cold, all of it. And then I like fall for like crisp fireplaces and, you know, fun clothes and cozy scaries and all that kind of stuff. And then summer, of course, is my favorite. But yeah. All right, well, I'm gonna get off here now. I picked out all those weeds, cleaned that whole thing, and there's 2 more over there, just 2. My neighbor even complimented me, and she looks, it looks so nice over there with your mums, and you like got. I know. I said, I know. I'm ready for the winter. It just needs to snow. Anyway, a couple years ago, God, probably 14 or 15 years ago, I don't even know, 13, 14, 15, maybe 16 years ago, I wanted those reindeer that light up, you know? But they look so sad out here when there's not snow. That's the thing. There's like, when they're just sitting in the grass like that, they look so sad. So a couple years ago, we ended up giving them to Sarah because she wanted some stuff for her yard, and they were just in the basement taking up space. I was like, Alex was like, do you care if I give these? I was like, no, give them to her. So they're now living over at her house now. Where's the... Anyway, I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing Sunday, and if nobody else has told you this today, I love you guys, and I hope that you're getting, like I said at the beginning of the vlog, rested, relaxed, rejuvenated, and refreshed for the week ahead. And I hope that this is a really good week for you guys, and that you are very productive, and that you get a lot accomplished, and that you also get to relax a lot, and that this week we're focusing on self-care. Our goal for this week, I should start making a goal for every week. I probably said that before and just not followed through with it, didn't I? My goal for the week is to spend as much time with Boo and Alex and loved ones as I can, to live in the moment, and to focus. My main goal for the week is to focus on self-care. So I think with that, I'm gonna get off here now and go inside and start getting this up, and play a game of solitaire and listen to my audiobook, and then maybe take a little bit of a nap. I don't know if I'm tired enough to take a nap right now, but maybe. It's better for me to nap when Boo Radley is napping, that's for sure. Anyway, I'll go inside and see if Alex is sleeping, what he's doing. I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing Sunday, like I already said. If nobody else has told you this today, I love you guys. Have an amazing week. Have a wonderful Sunday night, and have a great beginning to your week on Monday. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya.